Red Bull Racing's upgrades have made them considerably more competitive compared to McLaren, Automotor and Sport reports. According to Michael Schmidt, the teams solved the understeer issue as well as upgrading the rear suspension, as Max Verstappen won his first race on outright pace in over a year on Sunday rather than having to defend his lead hammer and tong. Well, thank you for watching another GPFans news video. We put these out all week, every week, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a thing in the world of F1 in the middle of this triple header. After finishing close to 40 seconds behind Oscar Piastri in Miami, Verstappen was 18 seconds ahead of the McLarens at Imola before the safety car was deployed. The Dutchman himself revealed he was much happier with the car setup, but Schmidt points to several upgrades on the RB21 that have made a big difference. In Miami, they introduced a new floor. In Imola, they had rearranged the cooling in the side pod. They also upgraded the rear suspension and the air ducts in the brake drums. That's a very important part these days because you want to keep the brakes warm and the tires cool. They definitely made progress with this. The car no longer has understeer, but they still have oversteer on corner exit. Verstappen doesn't care much that the oversteer has remained. Helmut Marko told me that this was the first time Max did not complain. Are Red Bull suddenly contenders then, or was Imola just a great track for the car? Leave all of your thoughts and predictions down below in the comments. According to former F1 driver and pundit Johnny Herbert, Oscar Piastri already has a mental edge over his teammate Lando Norris in the fight for the title. Herbert believes both Verstappen and Piastri are able to, quote, play games with Norris, who is currently 13 points behind his teammate in the standings. Piastri already has 4 wins to his name in 2025, and his career win tally has surpassed Norris's. The Brit did finish ahead at the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, but this was largely due to the strategy. Since the season opener in Melbourne, where Piastri finished 9th after spinning off the track, the Aussie has outscored his teammate by 36 points, and Herbert has noticed that Piastri is asserting his dominance within McLaren as a team. It is not just Max Verstappen who has a mental edge over Lando Norris, it's Oscar Piastri as well. Both of them are trying to play a very similar game, which is to tell Lando, we are better than you, you're not worthy to be able to beat us. He's going to get that battering from Max, who loves to play his little games, but also he's going to be getting that on the other side of the garage from Oscar. So he's actually getting it in stereo, but it's about blanking it off. That's what the greats always do. Adrian Newey will be present at this weekend's Monaco Grand Prix, marking the first time we'll see the designer trackside for his new team. Newey started at Aston Martin back in March, but has largely been focusing on the 2026 Challenger, giving him very little reason to travel with the team. Newey has contributed to 26 championships in his F1 career, which has spanned over 4 decades now. After nearly half of that time at Red Bull, he announced his departure last year and he was placed on gardening leave right after. He could only start working at the Silverstone facility in March, meaning all teams have a 2-month head start on the Brit when it comes to developing next year's car. Because of that, Newey has not been seen in public yet, but this will change in Monaco. Quote, the deadlines we have in modern F1 seem to be far earlier than they used to be 20 years ago, and there are a lot of them coming up for the 2026 car, which is where my concentration has been, so I've not been at the track. That's me for today. Enjoy the Grand Prix, everyone, and I'll be back on Monday to talk through all the biggest news again by then. Thanks for watching, and peace.